One woman dies every minute from a preventable pregnancy-related cause. More women than men are now being infected by the HIV/AIDS virus. 14 million women have been infected to date. 2 million girls aged 5 to 15 are forced into prostitution each year. 1 in 3 women and girls have been sexually abused or beaten in their lifetime. 130 million girls and women have undergone some form of genital mutilation. 2/3 of illiterate adults in the world are women. Hello, I'm Linda Gray. When I first heard these statistics, I was shocked. I had no idea that so many women in the world today were being denied their basic human rights. The right to an education, the right to plan their families, the right to safe pregnancies and deliveries, freedom from violence and discrimination. You and I enjoy those rights. Over 1 billion women do not. Today, I want to tell you about the United Nations Population Fund's Face to Face. As chairperson, we created Face to Face to raise public awareness about the basic needs and rights of women in the developing world. Greater public awareness and support will build the political will required to help these underserved and underprotected women. My first assignment as a spokesperson for Face to Face was to visit with women in Nicaragua. There I came face to face with how poverty and machismo affect the women and young girls of that country, resulting often in domestic violence and forced prostitution. Carla told us that a lot of the girls get involved sexually very young. What is very young? She said 12, 13. She said that sometimes when they begin that young, they turn to prostitution. Olivia, her cousin, came over and we were able to talk to her. All I saw was the beauty, the vulnerability of this young girl who perhaps just reached out for love. I was deeply touched by my brief time with Carla and Olivia. From now on, it will be their faces I picture.
It's not a really easy thing to talk about. It's very personal and it's a very painful thing. But I thought, in order to speak and to save those who need more than anything desperate, those children, I'm gonna just pretend I am not me, and I just leave my dignity over there and I'm gonna speak. I remember it was very early in the morning and my mother woke me up and said, just let's go. This old lady came out of nowhere in the bush and sat in front of me, and my mother sat me down and I just closed my eyes, clenched my fist, and I was like, just get on with it, let's go. And what next was something I will never forget. They butcher you. That's a word, that's the word I only can put it. It's a butcher, they just whack you up. I remember just saying, God, let me just die.
Waris's personal testimony has helped create public debate and new legislation banning FGM in many European and African countries.
I came here with these 5 Flemish youngsters to confront them with the reality and the problems of HIV/AIDS. I want to show them the social and economic impact of Africa's #1 killer disease.
He's sick. I don't know if he's a handicap or what, I don't know. He's really sick.
Why you say handicap? He cannot walk?
He cannot walk because there's 2 years, if not 3 years now.
He's 3 years now?
3 years now, yes. You know, I don't want him to die.
No, of course.
But I need help, really.
Staffy became our dearest friend and her place our favorite daily visit.
Shortly after Udali Leeken's visit with Staffy and her family, Staffy died of AIDS, leaving behind her 2 children.
The biggest problem of Africa now has a face for me, a face that will always stay in my heart.
Today, because of unprotected sex and the large number of men that have sex with more than one woman, women are contracting the HIV/AIDS virus at a much greater rate than men. One out of every 3 people in Botswana is infected by the HIV/AIDS virus. In Staffy's town of Otzi, there are 8 funerals a week. At this rate, in 5 years, everyone in this town will have died. Face to Face and its campaign spokespersons and partners are building public awareness and political support for developing world women in a variety of ways. Face to Face testimonies give victims, survivors, and experts an international platform to share their stories and recommendations with the rest of the world. And Face to Face is getting results. Policy and other decision makers have given women's issues and needs a much higher priority. Millions of people now have met their sisters and brothers in the developing world, face to face. It's wonderful to be able to help women face to face. I love it, and you can help too. Please join me and my colleagues worldwide in supporting the United Nations Population Fund and Face to Face.
I'm so sure that women's rights are human rights. It should be simple as that, but unfortunately, it's not.
Discrimination against women is a global issue.
Discrimination against women occurs in nearly every country.
It doesn't have to be like that.
We do have the resources in the world to really deal with these basic problems.
Change is possible.
I know that we cannot change the whole world, but we can change the whole world of one person at a time.
I believe that they can change a little, and slowly they will change a lot.